What's up, everyone? Mr. Anime Random here with the 8th episode of the Random Anime Podcast. I can't believe it's been 8 episodes already. We've done a whole bunch of different things. We've played games. We've talked about nostalgic anime. We've talked about the culture of anime, different words. We've gone into depth about a lot of different things. And one thing in particular, which is a huge topic that I just brought up in a recent tweet is anime that have been discontinued for one reason or another, whether it be there's creative differences, the creator has passed away, the creator of the anime decides to not continue on making it anymore. There's a whole list of different reasons for anime not having extra seasons or more seasons, and we're going to go ahead and delve into those topics. Let's get right into this. Start with my co-host. You got Cal,
Hey, everybody.
James,
Hey,
Zach,
We're back.
and Devo.
What's up, random ninjas?
So, guys, we are going to be talking about our favorite anime that we wished would continue on because we felt that they were either cliffhangers, that there was a lot to be answered, and we did not get that from even reading the manga or doing some more research on the whole entire anime. And we want to get into all these different things because I know this is definitely a hot topic. So the first anime I want to talk about right away, because it's only had 12 episodes plus the 13th OVA episode, and especially since it left on a cliffhanger, was High School of the Dead. Definitely a big time
Please.
anime. An anime that needs to continue on at least for one more season, especially when, and this is kind of sort of a spoiler, but I guess not really. When you watch the 13th OVA episode, there is a character that pops up into the exit, the outro, and says, "Stay tuned for more episodes," or "Stay tuned for the next season." Something to that effect. I forget exactly what it is. And guess what? There is no extra or anything more so than what we are left with. So we're just kind of left in the dust. Cal, what do you think?
I think they should have continued just because they have pretty much, said it announced and then they kind of ditched us in that
Yeah.
way. Especially the fact that it is still a popular anime that a lot of people watch and probably rewatch just because of that hard feelings of we did not get another season.
Well, you could say just because of boobies. It's okay. No problem.
And fan service, yep. We gotta clap for that fan service, guys.
Or you could say plot. You could say plot. It's okay.
It's full of
or
plot.
just the
Plot.
jiggle physics.
The jiggle
yes,
physics.
Yep.
the jiggle
Now,
physics.
now, James, what you rooting for? High School of the Dead season 2?
Of course. Yeah. Whenever, I mean, honestly, whenever it's like a show that has like 13 episodes, and you know that there's more story to tell, it's always sad, especially since they did do that in the end of the OVA. I mean, if you're gonna promise something like that, even if it takes like 20 years, like however long it takes, they need to do something. They need to do like a movie, some sort of follow up. Just continue it. I don't know. At least the second season. Yeah,
And
I agree.
and Zach, I'm gonna ask you a slightly different question just to kind of bring this out in the open right now because we're gonna be discussing all these different anime. If a creator has passed away, they are no longer with us. Do you think that just an anime should just end and be done, or do you think that there's other creative people out there in the world that can, continue on with the torch? You know, they held the torch, they had it going, and other people can definitely finish up or be
Mm,
put their own spin to it.
I personally believe that if the owner, the writer, drawer, if they pass away,
Right.
and they have no contingency plan, like they have no plan set out for anything, then what they need to do is wrap up whatever season they're on and be done. Because you don't have anything to go off of. You have no idea what the true intentions were. You have nothing to base your future off of. And a lot of the fans, if you do continue on and you mess it up, will be massively pissed.
Yeah.
So, but then you have people like Oda with One Piece,
Yeah,
who
he's set.
he has actually planned out so far ahead that he's actually stated that if he passes away, he believes his creation will continue until it is finished.
Good point. It's definitely a good point. Definitely interesting perspective. And Devo,
Yo.
what are your thoughts on High School Dead? Definitely needs a second season.
Yeah, it definitely needs some more jiggle physics.
Okay,
Is
definitely.
there
Of
anyone
course.
here who says no?
Nope.
We've all said
Except
yes.
for me, I just said nope. But
Oh,
no,
Oh, he's a hater. He's a hater.
I'm
he
a
hates High School of the
hater.
Dead.
No, I definitely want the second. Come
No,
on,
I know.
I have a wall scroll in my room with the 3 main bays in the anime. Come on now.
Of course.
Let's be real.
Mm,
Well, he did
but-
put it out in the video.
Okay, but we talked about that one. Let's get into another one, and we'll just kind of rapid fire go through these different ones. Another amazingly great anime that I feel personally needs more episodes, and I get this all the time. Anytime I mention this anime, it is one that's brought up countless times, and that is Dead Man Wonderland.
Ooh. Yes.
Huge. And I know that because of it not being super recent, but not being that far back, it's one that's in a lot of people's minds, and many people want this one to continue on. So,
I got it
Devo,
on DVD and Blu-ray.
there you go. So,
I mean, I personally believe they should, but only if they have the right studio doing it. If Madhouse says that they're going to do season 2, I will jump on the bandwagon day one.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to make sure you have that. Like, there needs to be a proper studio, like a studio that's gonna do the whole thing justice, because it, like, the first season, like, is great. So if they're gonna do it right, they're gonna have to do it, like, with the right studio.
you mean
there's
you
no
don't,
reason-
you don't want 4 kids to take it over?
Oh God, that would be the worst thing ever.
Yep.
They'd
Well,
like have a
there
rap.
could
There'd be like a
it could
rap
be
opening.
worse.
No. See, they could open it up with like a rap, and it'd be like really, really cringy, and it'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Hey, the One Piece rap was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
You know,
was.
it is. I'm
Yeah.
not saying. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I wouldn't want a rap opening. for
But-
Dead Man
Yeah.
Wonderland.
But
No.
that's just me busted a little bit. Now, okay, so Dead Man Wonderland ended abruptly as well. And honestly, all of the ones that we're talking about, I feel personally, the ones that we're going to talk about ended without kind of easing a lot of the questions, easing our minds, and giving us a little bit of clarity to what the heck is going on. I know that I mentioned High School Dead right at the beginning because it just ended with, you know, zombies everywhere, and it was like, okay, what the heck is going on? You know, and that's not really much of a spoiler because you could watch it and not get much of any details. So don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything. Now,
Maybe it was a preview for The Walking Dead.
could be.
Eh,
Maybe.
Now,
that's not as cool
another-
as High School of the Dead, though. So
Another anime that I feel should definitely continue on, get more seasons. And again, this is something that's up for debate. When I posted the tweet talking about which anime to bring back, a lot of people mentioned No Game, No Life.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ashinte.
James, I'll start it off with you. What do you think about No Game, No Life continuing?
I think it's great. It's a great series, and it's definitely one that should continue. I mean, realistically, if I mean, most of the time, if I watch the first season, I'm always down for more. Realistically, so
Okay,
Didn't it
interesting.
technically continue with the movie?
yeah, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have a proper second season. I think.
Right. See, movies are meant to be just a pull away. They're movies to me, anime movies to me should be more or less
Side story.
a side story or a not necessarily a filler, but just kind of will give you a little bit of fan servicey extra.
Yeah, because then they have like the full studio. They have like higher quality and stuff. Like if you like watch the Pokemon movies, for instance, it's oftentimes like a little more high quality
Right.
than the day to day. Here's an episode. It's like no, here's this. We're gonna do this, and then this is gonna happen, and then oh man, we can do this because we're a movie. So um,
And and Cal, I'm going to ask you this general question about animes that should continue.
All right.
If an anime is waiting on the manga, do you think that because a lot of anime out there can go off of what has already been created from the
Mhm.
manga and sometimes the anime spins completely off of the manga where it doesn't quite follow it, don't you think that that's not really a reason to stop making the anime?
And well, we can. I can say that I think Full and Metal Alchemist would be a really good example where a lot of people weren't satisfied when they started off because it didn't really follow the storyline. But then, that's why they did it again, and a lot of people, gave it good reviews. So I think that shouldn't be, a limit for creators to not make an anime. Also, considering the fact that manga a lot of the times is the gateway to potential anime. So if manga doesn't have good reviews, be sure as heck it's not even going to have an anime preview for it. So I mean, it kind of works together, kind of doesn't at the same time. So just depends.
Absolutely. That's some really good points right there. Eh, I'm going to open the floor up. We're going to, since I mentioned a few different anime, we'll start with James. Can you name an anime that had stopped abruptly for any reason? Again, whether it be the creator passed away, creative differences, so on and so forth. There's countless reasons where you want another season, whether it was a two season and you want a third, or it's a one season you want a second, whatever it might be. Go ahead, James. Which one are you thinking?
um, I just popped back in. I missed something. What? Oh, just asking what anime.
Which
Um,
anime would you want to have an extra?
Obviously, well, for me, the one anime that I will consistently scream about until it happens, which it might be work. They might be working on it finally. Is Bleach. I think that Bleach should definitely come back because there is literally a whole arc that they have. I mean, the show like it's done, the manga's done, and they have that whole like final arc, which is just like has like the most off the wall insane battles and like crazy stuff going on like through the whole thing, and I just think that'd be really cool because I feel like they could have it at like 3 more, 5 more seasons or something. Just like tons more that they could keep doing. And then like there's kind of like a time skip too near the end where
Right.
they could like even do more or they could do a spin-off. I mean, like literally it kind of like it might end like the manga might be over, but they could even kind of go the Naruto path. I mean, I think that's kind of what there is that idea that maybe that could happen too.
Uh,
I don't know.
it's good points. Definitely could
But
be.
I feel like definitely the way they kind of ended it, um, it's like it's like they might have ended the conflict like what was happening then, but there's like that huge vast thing that they definitely could animate and it would be amazing. So.
There you go. Now, Devo, what are your thoughts on Bleach getting some extra?
Well, I really feel like Bleach has already set its course, and with its fillers, it kind of told us that, yeah, we're going to go down the Baruto route at this point. Because Ichigo literally did everything. And the fact that they took away all his powers.
Woo! Spoilers. No,
Oh my gosh! Are you trying to spoil like the whole unit? Come on.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
That was like the worst thing you ever said.
No.
I'm offended.
Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Hashtag triggered.
That's it. You go in the penalty box for 2 minutes.
Oh,
Zip your lip.
Minutes.
Zip your bill.
Oh boy.
No, I'm just playing. The
That part made me cry in the manga. When I read that part in the manga, I literally cried. So I was just like bawling, like, "Oh my god, he loves me."
now, all right. So that's definitely another good choice. We'll swing it over to you, Zach. What about you? Which one would you want to get extra seasons?
That's a great one. I love that anime.
That's a really great one.
Oh, the anime. We just put memes of everything on there from Bobo.
Great.
Oh, you want Bubble Ball? You want Bubble to get more anime episodes?
Okay, people out there in the comments, please tell me if you would like to see another season of Bobo.
Zach does. Zach really wants that.
Only if it stars Mr. Fedora Meat Meat.
Wait, who was it who in the last episode who even mentioned Bobo? Yeah, it was you, James. It was you who mentioned it.
Actually, it was me.
Buta has a thing for Bubble Ball.
I have a real hate for it.
All right.
He wants to sell his hairs.
But which one? Which one?
I would like to see another season of Sekirei.
Ooh, there you go.
Now, I'm just going to give a brief overview for people who don't know Sekirei. You have these dudes or girls that are considered the masters, and then there's these, for lack of a better word, aliens that literally gravitate towards the masters, and the masters fight with the Sekirei. They fight each other until the last master standing. Okay, so that's the brief overview. My overview is it's a hilarious rom-com with a crud ton of fighting that's really well animated.
Okay. And do you think that with that anime, more episodes could be created?
Oh, way more. Way more. The manga has surpassed the anime by miles. It's basically compared to where One Piece is in the manga and where they are in the anime as of now. Where you have like 100 chapter gap with One Piece. Well, with Sekirei, it was like every 5 or 6 chapters was one episode, and I think they ended up with like over 100 episodes. They didn't even pass 50 in the anime.
Right. Now, Devo, I'm gonna be asking you a question.
Sure thing.
If you have an anime that is not really as popular, but you personally like it and you want it to continue, do you think that popularity of that particular anime, and maybe that's the reason why they didn't continue it and it died off, could be a reason for it should just be left alone and not be continued anymore?
Well, like you said, popularity, like that's key. Like with Dragon Ball Z, it lasted as long as it did because of popularity.
And because every 6 episodes was literally screaming.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's what 2-year-olds do.
Ah!
Yeet.
Okay, meet. All right, so, all right, we went ahead, we talked about Dead Man Wonderland, High School Dead, Bleach, Sekirei, talked about quite a few different anime. Cal, I'm sure you have one that you would like to go ahead and discuss.
Come on, give us a good one.
Come on,
Do
man,
it.
you got
Oh
this.
boy, this is too much pressure. Probably you. I don't know. So
That's a great
there's
one.
You have to have at least one. You have to have at least one.
so
The sequel of I don't know.
what's really special about this anime is that
Don't say
it
the sister plays with bananas in a very interesting way. Please do not say that's anime at all.
Don't
You are
worry.
banned. You are banned from saying that.
Please
anime.
don't say it, Cal.
Don't
That's
say
you
it.
can't say it either.
So for me, I'm actually not a really big fan of romance animes, but this one in particular got my attention. And its name is Hiyokoi. So in manga, it's actually finished. However, it only streamed one episode, and that was really sad to me because they did it very well and it caught my attention, and it just kind of sucked the fact that they did not continue with the project. And it's a really sweet story about just an overview about this girl who has lost a lot of time in school, and then she comes back and she starts acquainting with a guy that's one of the tallest in the group, and so she's really small, and they nickname her nickname translates to little chick. And it's really cute because it's just because it not only involves the story of her breaking her shell to be more social
Oh,
and evolving her relationship with this guy to something romantic, but it also involves stories very well with the classmates, which usually I think that anime sometimes doesn't do a good job with getting giving attention to the supporting characters. And so yeah.
Very true.
true.
Absolutely. And anime in general that do not have a lot of backstory with the characters and do not really develop the plot, the characters, the background, the area in which they are living and interacting. All of those things are key when it comes to having a great anime. And I feel that some anime don't quite do it in the one season or the few episodes that only came out and for a long, long time. And I'm sure you all agree with me that Fooly Cooly was definitely one that needed more episodes.
Oh, that was so good.
To
I
say it
mean-
needs more episodes is a massive understatement.
Yeah, because season 2 and 3 were terrible. I'm sorry, but they like animation was good, but terrible.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, the third one I was like saying, where's Nata?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think I know where this is going. He's a hater. Hit the hater button.
Oh my gosh.
Hater.
He's a hater.
Hater.
He's drinking that
Hater.
haterade.
All right. So we all went our turns except for one, which I will save till the end.
Oh no.
He just wants more Bobo. That's all Boozer wants is more Bobo.
No more
If they-
That's what Boozer
Hey.
wants though.
Remember, write in the comments if you want more Bobobo.
No more
Because Zach's gonna be the main character. He's gonna be Bobo. It's gonna be amazing.
We
Ready
will.
to go.
We will do we will all do an abridged adaptation of Bobobo.
Parody episode.
Amazing.
If
no,
this
thank you.
video gets over 1,000 likes, we will do a abridged adaptation of a Bobobo episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
we will.
nuts.
Yeah, we will.
That's
We gotta
nuts.
tweet that out, yo.
We're gonna mention a few more anime, and then we're gonna finish it up with Devo. So Devo, I will save yours till the end because I know one of the ones that you want to talk about, and I'm sure the other one that you had as the alternate is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be a
very
hentai.
nice and good too.
I don't know.
There, a few of, I would call them they're not more or less placeholders, but I definitely know that people would be upset if we did not include these into this podcast. They would be yelling it in the comments if we did not mention Noragami,
Ooh.
Oh.
Blue Exorcist.
Oh,
I'm indifferent on that.
I love Blue Exorcist, man.
I
Blue
loved it, but I'm
Exorcist?
indifferent on if it actually has a good base for next season.
Yeah.
If we didn't mention Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple,
Yeah.
I want more Silver Spoon.
the other anime that would definitely be amazing if they continued would be Devil is a Part-Timer.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
Another one is one of my personal favorites, which is Heaven's Lost Property.
Oh yes.
I
My
actually
brother.
have I have a DVD of the second season signed by the American voice actor for
For Meat.
oh no. That
He
character
signed it
ain't famous
himself, and
yet.
he's like really proud of it.
No. But the weird thing is I found it signed at a FYE. Somebody gave it away to FYE to resale.
That's nuts.
Wow.
I got it for $5. Best buy ever.
That is the
Yeah.
best buy ever. So, those are some, and I'm sure there's plenty of others,
Like Silver Spoon.
like Silver Spoon,
Why not Gold Spoon?
because silver is just silver. That's why.
Silver's just silver. That's all you need, man. Farming and silver.
But that means you're in
Here's-
second place.
You're in
Here's-
second place, me.
Here's probably another one or two honorable mentions. You do have Kill a Kill.
They need to make some more Space Dandy.
Oh
Oh,
my god,
good.
I was thinking that right now. Thank
Like
you.
they could make like 50 seasons, and I would just be like, I'm in. I mean,
Just
Or-
make one more episode of Cowboy Bebop so we know if he's alive.
ooh.
Ah, shush!
I didn't say
Spoiler
who.
alert! No.
You said he, so they can break that down.
It could have been the dog.
Oh,
Oh,
please, no.
Shush.
Charlie boy.
Shush. you could get more episodes of Outlaw Star.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
That's another classic that
Interesting.
yeah,
can
see?
continue on.
Oh, it depends if they're gonna remaster it in the company.
Now, some
The
people,
Gray Man? Or is that already getting?
The Gray Man is another nice one that
Yeah.
could potentially be
Yeah.
back. Same
Infinite
thing.
more seasons of One Piece.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not done. That's continuing. It's gonna keep going. So
Now,
For infinity. It'll end when we're 90.
I'll
a
like die.
few
Like I'll die and One Piece will end. I'll be like, yes.
a few other classics that I believe could definitely continue on a little bit more if they pick the right jumping point, or I should say the right season or arc, and that would be Tenchi Muyo.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Would they go off one of them? Would they go off on the side tangent, or
They
would they
would
go
get
back to the main? That's a
they
good
would
one.
go with there would only be two choices. There would either be Tenchi Universe or Tenchi Muyo Ryukoki,
Either way, good choices.
but not Tenchi Tokyo because that one wasn't as great as the other ones.
What if they did a collaboration with Ryoko and GXP, where they just smashed them together?
Oh my god, that'll be good.
Mm,
Because
Possibly.
think about it. It would be Tenchi and his best friend fighting crime.
What about Tenchi's cousin or younger
Bob?
brother?
Good point. Either way, there would be a lot of harem.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true.
But
We need more harem.
yeah,
Now-
we do.
No, there is a limit. There is such thing as too much harem.
Now
Who's this involved?
another very
People.
interesting anime which I've mentioned in a lot of the podcasts, but again, it's a favorite anime and it's one that I know a lot of people keep mentioning over and over, and that is Oran High School Host Club.
Yeah.
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 It needs more, especially when you saw that I'm not going to mention who, but
Mhm.
there's characters who develop relationships and you just barely see it happening, and in the manga it's completely different. There's some dramatic thing, which guys don't say what happens if you read the manga. There's something dramatic that actually happens where you go ahead and see that relationship kind of blossom even more so. So it could definitely be developed more into the anime than what they have right now.
But
And
we're
it could
not
be
going to tell you. Dun dun
dun
dun.
dun dun. All right. So we mentioned a whole bunch of different anime that we want extra seasons. We saved, hopefully, the best for last. Devo went ahead and wanted to be at the end.
So
Devo.
drum roll. Do we need a
Drum
drum
roll.
roll?
Which one?
Well,
Yeah, Devo.
after looking through the archives of my anime list,
You mean the endless black hole?
yes.
Wait, didn't they photograph it the other day?
The hentai that you watch only.
High resolution picture.
Oh, Cal was getting into it, man.
Yes. You interrupted her. Come on. What
Which
hentai
one?
is it, Buta?
one?
Devo.
Well, if I had to pick one, it would have to be Samurai Champloo.
Yeah. Thank
choice.
you. Thank you. It is so underrated.
Like, I don't even care if it was a OVA, but I feel like the anime is so much different than the manga. The manga had so much going on in it that the anime literally took a different path, like a different road, to be exact.
Yeah, it would be Samurai Champloo Chapter 2. back kicking ass.
Yeah, because in the anime, they never told us what Samurai Champloo means. They never told us. The manga told us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
I mean, in the first one that company did, which is Cowboy Bebop, we figured it out, but we never did for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
Okay.
here's a weird fact. What if they're both happening at the same time and we don't
Whoa.
know it?
Oh
Mind
no.
blown.
true.
Now.
Conspiracy theories
Oh
exploding.
my gosh.
That's
It's the
that's
Illuminati.
another episode. We need to stop. Just like drop that. That's other episodes, man.
Illuminati confirmed.
Ash
But there's
Ketchum is always the same age.
Oh
Do,
no.
do, 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 do.
but still, there's one more that I wanted to talk about. Just one more while we still have time.
Don't say it.
What are you gonna
It
say,
is
Devo?
Great Teacher Onizuka.
Oh no.
Oh,
What a twist.
dude, that guy is like the. If you ever have that guy as a teacher or anyone like him, be grateful because he'll make school interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Arguably, there is a teacher that would make things even more interesting. Assassination Classroom, like
I don't know. Would I want to die?
Oh no.
Oh, I know what you're
you're
talking about.
trying to kill your teacher. Like
Oh, I know what you're
Oh.
talking about. I
how
know.
Kuro, why are
Koro
you?
Sensei? Yeah.
Why are we trying to kill him? He's so nice.
Yeah,
He's a great
man.
dude.
like all right, so we're not gonna get into that too much, but
Next time.
next time we are going to delve into some very interesting topics. We got a whole bunch of different things in mind for episode 9. Episode 10 is going to be a huge milestone because of all these different episodes that we have recorded thus far. And episode 10 will be our first podcast to be an hour long. So, guys, stay tuned for that. It's going to be a
So
huge
much
build up.
casting.
We're going to have a lot of different things going on, and we might even have a special voice actor guest in that
Oh,
podcast.
Oh my
oh.
gosh.
No spoilers.
No spoilers
It's Fedora
whatsoever,
Meat Meat, guys. It's
but
Fedora Meat Meat.
I'm not famous yet.
Fedora Meet Me, we will make you super famous. You're going to the Ellen Show. It's okay.
I'm going to the Ellen show, but I won't show my face. I'll wear a Godzilla mask.
No, you are wearing your fedora because you are Fedora Meet Me.
Well,
Okay,
Godzilla could be wearing a
get the
fedora.
mask with the fedora on, and then it'll be okay.
Yeah.
No, you gotta wear that revealing bra, and then you got short skirt, and then the fedora, and then your Fedora Meet Me.
That should be our next contest. What is the weirdest outfit you could design for Mr. Fedora Meet our mascot?
That
There we
would be
go.
That should be
great.
a draw. We should make that a drawing contest.
We
Yes.
could.
Gosh.
Now,
Devo, you're not allowed.
anybody who is tuned in till the end, I definitely appreciate you guys sticking in for all these episodes. Plenty more coming. Plenty of new and interesting ideas, and we are definitely going to be changing up the cast by adding a few different extra people in along the way. So stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe and that bell icon so you guys can get notified on when new videos come up. Post in the comments below what your favorite anime that needs extra seasons are. If any of the ones that we mentioned, you want one of them back, maybe some way, shape, or form we can somehow pull together and convince some creators or some studio to get more seasons in. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but Post in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts. We'll go ahead and interact with you guys in the comments. Hit that thumbs up button. Share with your friends. And as always, guys, deuces up.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Henshin bye bye, baby.
You should be listening.